What is up, everybody? Happy Thursday. It's Thursday night, and I have some books I wanted to open. So I just wanted to go live for a little bit. This little stack here. I figure we just talk about some things because these are some really unique books and total impromptu live stream. Anybody in the chat that wants to kind of jump in with me, feel free. I have my good friend John, who I feel like it's a Tuesday almost. I'm a little thrown off. John in the back in the green room. Actually, maybe I'll just leave him hang back there. He's used to that. Maybe I'll let him hang for a little bit backstage at the No Good Comics Club. What's up, Johnny?
I'm behind the velvet rope.
Yeah. Remember those days? Remember those days?
It was a couple of days of long waiting. In particular, those were the days.
You're like, I'm still seeing a therapist about
it. You're like texting me, "Hey, I'm going to go live," and then I'm like, "It's funny. I was looking for a show to join. You got none of the regulars on the show tonight. None of the people you usually hang out with are going to make it."
No. Yeah, just Thursday nights is not usually the nights that I'm streaming, but right. I figured why not. I jumped on. I was trying to look to see who else was streaming. I mean, there's a couple of people going live.
Yeah, I was thinking of joining Diggs and Perry at one point, but then I was like, let's see what's going on. And then you texted me, and I was like, done, sold. Lock it up.
You got anything going on over there, John?
Nothing. It was perfect. I've been literally just reading comics all night. Nice. Which is obviously a great way to spend the night. I've been catching up on my, the new X books.
It's a great Colossus cover.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, and then trying to read out. There's a bunch of good indies. Tom King's got a new indie this week. Rick Remender's got a new indie this week. Both artists, writers I really love. So I was reading up on their new books. So just trying to catch up on good books.
Nice. I had, and you're going to love this because this has to do with sports ball. I had my fantasy baseball draft that just wrapped up.
I didn't realize you did more than one sport for fantasy.
Yeah. You're like, I didn't realize there was more than one sport.
So I've played fantasy baseball. That was the first fantasy that I played when I was
your brothers.
Yes.
Twisting your arm. Okay.
Brothers and dad every time.
I just picture you like on a couch with your brother sitting on you, twisting your arm, saying you're gonna be in the draft. You're like, okay, uncle.
You're right. You're not wrong. And I've got to go. I'm gonna go dive into my my YouTube, my Yahoo, just to like look at because I do have trophies. I did win.
Oh yeah,
over the years.
I know what you're talking about though. The Yahoo trophies,
the little trophies that you keep them in your trophy chest.
Look at
digitally.
You. All right.
I'm not a complete jamoke, but okay. So baseball draft. All right.
Yeah, baseball season coming up. Lady No Good is the one that got me into baseball. So I've been a Yankee fan ever since we've been dating. So
that's hilarious.
You got to blame anybody.
Growing up in that area and not being at least like relegated to a specific team just based on the part of New England you're from.
No, yeah, it was boring to me. I mean, I love it now, but I used to always think like baseball's so boring. I was like, how's anybody watch that? Now I love it. So
I grew up in the my dad took me to Dodgers and Angels games as a kid.
Yeah, that's right. You still go to some.
I go out to the occasional Angel games because they're so close.
Like once a year, I feel like I've seen you.
Yeah, we usually go fairly often.
That's cool. That's great.
So yeah, I love a good baseball game.
Nice. Yeah, the live stuff's way better than like TV or anything.
Yeah, I don't watch any sports on TV anymore. I can watch March Madness on TV. That's a lot of fun for me. Just the like excitement of it. But
there's a lot of hype.
I'd rather see it live or see it in person or play it.
Yeah. Man, look at us doing some non-X-Men right now. We're moving and grooving, John. This is
I haven't even started thinking yet. It's ready.
Anybody watching right now? Yeah, we did not prepare at all.
Yeah.
Quick hello to Naman in the chat. What is up, Naman? Good to see you, brother. I got to reach out to you. I saw your comment. Thanks for watching the video today. I will let you know. I'm not sure about HersheyCon yet if I'll be there this year. I hope to be. It'd be cool to make it there. I think it's in June this year. They kind of moved it around a little bit. But yeah, so we'll see. But I saw Naman at Hershey last year. I just posted that video, John.
Yeah, it was so good. Yeah,
how cool was that?
It was great. If you missed the Al Milgram video, and you posted a portion of it on Instagram today.
Yes, a little clip. Yeah. Yep.
It's great, and I listened to it as I was making the kids breakfast, and then I listened. I finished it on the way to work. Very entertaining and a lot of great insight that I didn't know. It was fun to like see him go through the process of it was great. Great stuff.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. And I'm sure we'll bring it up on our Tuesday show. But yeah, like it was perfect for the Kitty Pride stuff since we're breaking that stuff down right now.
Yeah.
So even better. So and he's such a sweet guy. I've met him a couple times now, and he's just such a nice guy. So
some of the creators from that generation are so well spoken, and they just want to like chat
Humble,
about it, and they get when they get going, it's the best.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And he's a talker. Al is definitely a talker. He's such a sweet guy. It was really nice to see him. So all right, I want to show some books off. And John, these are some really unique stuff that I think that I'm curious. Yeah, I'm curious if you've ever seen, and some of these, as I say that they're comic books, they're kind of off the cuff. Some of them are not comic books, but they're in the shape of, and they are very focused on comic creators and what was happening at the time in the 70s, 80s, probably more 80s, mid 80s, things like that. So and I bring this up because I had never seen any of these books up until this past weekend. I was at a local expo. It's like a vendor show that literally like 10 vendors get together every other week almost. It's pretty consistent and it's pretty cool. Like it's like a couple local stores like Zap Comics, they're there, a few other people that just set up tables, and there's no artists or anything like that, but it's just vendors, and you could just
that's kind of some of the best ways to like get books you would never normally get a shot at.
Big time. Comic Journey. Are you live?
This is live. This is real
life
right now.
Sorry, wait, should I be doing this?
This is
real life. We are live right now. This is live, CJ.
This is happening.
Although CJ, I saw CJ's face a ton on the last what was it, Church with Bleecker. I feel like I got so much Journey face now. I want him to go back to hands. I want you to go back again.
Nice.
You're overwhelming us with FaceTime.
He said, "Are you sure? Are you sure?"
I am not sure at all.
I'm gonna here. This is what I'm gonna do. I am going to, because I rarely do this. I'm gonna drop.
Just don't let
drop
people in until right?
As I say, I'm gonna drop the StreamYard link in there. You guys are welcome to join until I kick you out. So I'm gonna drop that in there. Hopefully, I don't regret that, but I normally never do that. So anyone, feel free to jump in. So this is the Stack, and as I was saying, it's a local shop. It literally happens. This place is in Clifton, New Jersey. It happens once a month, but the guy who runs it literally runs 2 other shows, 2 other weeks of the month. So it's 3 weeks out of 4 that it's local, and like one's like 40 minutes, but the other 2 are like 20 and 15 minutes away from me. So I can't help but I feel like especially the Clifton one's very close to me. I'm like, I can't not go to that. It's like 10 minutes from me.
We have one that is in my area that they call it Cali Con, and it's at like a hotel, and they rent out
like a small
one of the ballrooms or whatever, and they do that.
That's exactly what this is. Yeah,
a ton of local guys hit it up, and like JD's gone a few times, and
nice.
I feel like it's always like badly timed for me every year. Like, oh, it's a soccer tournament weekend or whatever, and it's only like it's only one day for a few hours, and that's it.
Right. Yeah, and that's the other thing. So this usually it's open from like 10 to 3. It's like 5 hours total. Maybe you pay an extra $5 to get in for an extra hour early, but
they have like a preview night where you can pay a little extra to like the vendors are setting up, and you can like come in the night before, I think, something, and like and
just check it
out. It's like it's a lot of trades that night. You can bring books to trade.
Okay, cool. So all right, so I have so I want to kind of preface this by saying there is one vendor there. Actually, all right, so let me just describe my day. So I had actually brought 4 books, 4 graded CGC graded comic books with me that I was looking to move to sell. One of them, John, you were aware of. I had told you I'd reached out a little while ago. It's the Saga issue number 1, 9.8, which it's nowhere up top here because I did end up finding that one deal for it. Yeah. The other ones were very small. It was like the Spawn issue number 9, the first appearance of Angelica, is it, or
Angelina, Angela,
maybe Angela, and that sounds right. I had that at 9.8, and then I had like the Thor first issue of Thor, the Aaron what's his name,
Gore.
After that, where she becomes Thor.
Jane Foster.
Jane, yeah. So I had that first appearance, 9.8. And then I also moved the I had a second printing of, remember that cool Spider-Man it's like Spider-Man 55, where it was all webbing. The head was designed as webbing,
like a negative space kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah. It was like all white. So I had the red version of that. Was the second printing of that, and I had it as 9.8. Signed by the artist, things like that. It wasn't really going for much, but I got a couple dollars for it. So, between all that, it was like about $400 or so. So I was happy with that. Shout out to Zap Comics. I had Zap actually, who is my local comic shop. They were set up there as well. So nice. I ended up finding Ben, who's the owner. He goes to these shows as well. He made a deal with me, so I had a little extra cash. But I had walked around to some of the other vendors, and there's this one guy, Oliver, who is there. I feel like he's always there. We got a guest here. We got Comic Journey. What is up, brother?
Well, I figured I'd take advantage of the rare time I could get to jump on this stream.
Absolutely, man. I don't think I've ever had you on the channel. Good to see you, man.
No, I was never invited. Thank you.
Damn it.
We were never on late enough to get CJ when he's awake. He's an insomniac.
I'm always awake. Yeah. That's what insomnia is all about.
He's like, except for when I'm not, but otherwise.
hey, Justin, were you in Baltimore last year?
The Comic-Con?
Yeah.
No, 2 years ago.
Were you in New York last year?
I was not.
Were you in Terrificon last year?
I was.
All right, that's where I saw you. I saw you walk. I saw you walking by me, and I was, hey, you with the face. you were fucking ignoring me.
And he's gonna be like, hey, you with the hands.
Yeah.
I don't recall the hands.
I know I saw you. I know I saw you. It must have been a Terrificon. It was one of these. You're close to the East Coast, right?
I am. Yeah, I'm in Jersey. Yeah.
Oh, you're.
Yeah.
All right. It's not New York, but
yeah. I'm right there. I'm right there. I grew up in New York, most of the outside of the city, up north.
Are you calling Jersey outside of New York?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, I did. I grew up in Newburgh. If you're familiar with the Middletown, Newburgh area.
No, it's not Alabama.
No, yeah, it's not quite. It's not. It's
not California.
A little different.
Don't get me started with the Californians.
We got my man Bill Donovan in the chat. What's up, Bill? Good to see you, brother. Feel free to jump in, Bill. I just dropped the stream.
I got to taper my language. I let an F-bomb drop before. I know this is more kid friendly. So
it's not my
channel. That's John. Yeah, you're thinking of John's channel.
And even my channel.
I know that everything John's associated with is.
I got teenagers now.
It's got that child stigma.
I legitimately showed my oldest Bull Durham the other day, so I think we've crossed all boundaries at this point.
Oh my God! Why would you do that? Why would you show Bull Durham?
It's a freaking great movie and it's hilarious.
Do you really enjoy it that much?
I really think that movie's fantastic. Yeah.
That was with Beatty, right?
No, I don't know what movie. This is Kevin Costner, Susan Sarandon, and Tim Robbins.
Oh, what the hell am I thinking with what's the name? Beatty. Some other movie.
Bugsy. Right.
No, not Bugsy. It'll come to me.
Well, yeah. So I have a couple cool books that I figure I'd show, and I'm curious if either of you and anyone in the chat has ever seen some of these. I'm going to show these off. I was saying, I met this guy Oliver. I actually seen him before. I bought books from him before. Randomly, this guy Oliver will mark all of his books half off. I don't know if the guy's a baller. I don't know if he's hit the lottery multiple times. I don't know what the deal is. Because when he puts his books at 50% off, they're not just like dollar bin books that now go to 50 cents or something like that. Right. These are like legitimately like $30 to $50 books that now just get cut in half. And when they're not,
are they legitimately $30 or $50 books that are priced at $50 to $100?
Yes, yeah.
That are half off back to legit. What the normal price that it's supposed to be?
Yes, and some of them are even cheaper, and they clearly should be 5 to 10 times the price that he has them marked as, and even those he gives half off of his sticker, which I have one here, which I'll show you. It was pretty cool
because I see it at the cons all the time. People grossly overprice them just to say, "Hey, 50% off."
No. Yeah. I know what you're saying. So like I said before, some of these are. I'm going to start with the ones that are not like. They're not comic books in the sense of what we think of comic books. And I want to say, I've never seen these before in my life. And then out of nowhere, this past Sunday, I see two vendors with them. So I don't know. I mean, these are clearly from the 70s, the 80s, but I'm just like, I've never seen them. And I actually talked to another vendor that was there, who's a local comic shop, Alex from A&S Comics over in Teaneck, New Jersey. He was there, and I showed him some of these, and he's like, dude, I've been buying books for years. He's been in the industry for years, him and his dad. And he's like, I've never seen these books. And I'm like,
hyping. Look how much you've hyped these. You're hyping these books.
Very much. Yeah.
You know, you're building my expectations up, but
it's gonna be.
It's not. We're gonna have a talk.
It's gonna be Peach Momoko Ultimate X-Men. Okay, so let me see. I'll start with the earliest. I guess would make the most sense. Issue 46 that I have. So they're called comics interviews. I've never seen these. I'm going to hold this up here.
Oh, I've never seen these.
Let me.
Oh, I love those.
Okay. Have you seen it? So they're interviews that, from my understanding, I actually didn't even get to open them yet. I want to open them. I want to rebag them. I want to flip through them. But talking to one of the guys that was also working for this guy, Oliver, he had said, these are like interviews that they captured back in the day. They had used some of the iconic artwork or the artists, at least, that were working at the time to do kind of some of the cover stuff here. So you have Shadowcat, which, John, I thought this was like perfect for kind of where we're at right now.
It almost looks like character design work almost.
Right. And they're all different. So this one is going to be way different than the next one I show you. But so this is the earliest one I saw, issue number 46, and it kind of captures, what does it say there? Art Adams there talks about Jeff McNelly, who I'm not familiar with, Rick Werft, who I'm also not familiar with. But so this is one of them.
They don't look magazine size though; they're comic size, right?
No, they're comic size. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Next one here is number 56.
Please tell me you got the two ones that are really expensive.
So I don't know which ones are expensive. These were all marked. Most of them are 10 to 50. The one I just showed was $15, half off. So $15 and then half this. So $7.50 for that.
Okay.
This was a $10 book I got for $5. This was issue number 56. John, I basically went with all the mutant stuff is what I was looking for. So I kind of skipped through. There were definitely some other.
Did you skip one that had turtles on the cover?
I don't remember turtles. Oh. I remember Sandman. I remember.
Did you see the Spawn one?
I don't recall the Spawn one
because the Spawn was the first time that image was ever dropped of Spawn.
Oh, really? Okay, in one of these, in the Spawn version of this. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow. All the Malibu crap and all that other stuff, it was dropped in there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like these are so new to me. Like, and it's cool to just getting some of the artwork. So, actually,
Excalibur there.
Sign. Yeah, Excalibur. So Chris Claremont says on the cosmic comedy caper, cartoonist Orsak and Payer on Captain Q's, Batman artist Jerry Robinson on the Golden Age of Comics. Kind of some of the the headlines,
the people that got interviewed.
Yeah. So again, this was I got $10. It was $5.
If I remember correctly, most of that on the inside is all black and white with some very, very little imaging, right?
So I didn't even open them up yet.
I'll mostly text. It's mostly text with very little imaging.
Okay, so that's what I remember right. That's kind of what I pictured as. I love the cover so much. The coloring and the how bright these colors were really great.
My God, look at that cover.
58 there.
How do you that's the third one you show. What are you doing to me? You got to lead off with this.
I mean, it gets good. I mean, I don't know if it's Storm good, but it gets
CJ, are you saying these were like in the 80s mostly?
80s going into the early 90s.
Okay.
That's about the time I think they stopped printing them in 92, 93. Okay. I used to actually pick them up off the stands and read them.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Promiscuous time traveler.
That's a great cover. That's phenomenal. That would have definitely snagged my attention. What's up, Alonzo?
Good to see you.
And
guys.
Kyle. Sorry, I didn't say hi to you, Kyle.
Yeah, I dropped the link if anybody wants to jump in. Feel free. It's up top.
There's some actually really great interviews in there. John Byrne interviews.
So that's what caught my attention. I mean, not this one in particular, but there were some John Byrne ones that I bought. This one has Ken Lopez, Marvel Master Mimic, McManus, and Mackenzie, the brains behind the British invasion from 2000 ad. And this is Stan Lee, Larry Houston, and Rick Hoberg. The behind the scenes scoop straight from those three. So that's that one. So as you mentioned, John Byrne.
Len Wein, I remember a good interview by him.
So I just snagged this.
I remember that one.
Do you? Okay, yeah. So it's 86. This caught my attention. Threat or menace. And I know that, John, we had talked a little bit about, some of the past for John Byrne, and I know, his history, is grayed out a bit in terms of the things that he had went through and some of the stances he takes, things like that. But so I didn't know what exactly they were pointing at in this particular one, but I wanted to grab that for sure.
Yeah.
There was a John Byrne one, I think a little earlier, or maybe it was earlier, maybe it was later. I think it was with the FF stuff when he was doing FF. But I was like, I got to read this. I want to, I just want to kind of live this era and just kind of, see what was going on.
Soak it up, man.
So yeah. So that was another $10. And the last one I got was this one here. Had Wolvie.
Oh yeah,
62. John Buscema was interviewed. He was the main name there.
It's a weird rendition of Patch.
Right, with the like shadowy like eyes. It looks like he's got like Spider-Man webbing across his face.
Who drew that?
Is that's supposed to be Patch there? That's Patch.
Yeah, because he would it was like his like costume he would wear to go on like undercover missions at night, as if he were somehow not going to be recognized as being Wolverine.
Oh, okay.
Even his arms, they're like really beefy looking.
Yeah.
They're like, there's like no definition on them. It's like
right. All right, so let me just open one of these up real quick. And I got a couple others here. Not this, but not the comic interviews. But I just want to show you guys some of the.
Is that AI?
Let's see. Yeah. So, CJ, you're right. It's all black and white. So just to kind of show you guys.
Yeah, that's what I remember it being.
Okay,
like old Conan kind of stuff.
So very magazine-y type. You got some,
which is I didn't realize it was not magazine size. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, for the covers alone, I'm like, I think I have to own these. Like anything mutant, especially anything mutant related.
What were they? $1.25 cover price?
Now
you give me nostalgia. You know that?
I don't even see this. So this was 90. This was 88.
Okay.
I was 0. I was just born. I don't see.
I think they were like $1.25, like something around there.
Yeah, I don't even see
They don't have a cover price on the barcode of the UPC or anything.
I mean, in the 80s, $1.25 was not cheap.
No.
Oh, here it is, $3.50. Right,
$3.50.
Kind of right next to his head.
Is that much?
No wonder they went under.
If you're in Canada, it's even more. $4.50.
Right.
That was 88.
You got a couple. Yeah, this was 88. You got a couple of cool artwork there. Looks like they're comparing two pieces of art here.
They sold those at the newsstands.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, that's where I used to get them. Right next to the Beckett price guides and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so this is like penciling and inking, kind of, I guess, side by side penciling and inking from some of these. Pretty cool. Kenneth Bird in the chat. What is that?
I think it was like late. Was there one?
And
I'm trying to remember, and maybe CJ remember. There was like a magazine-sized Marvel book that did something similar. I remember reading like a Punisher.
Was it directly by Marvel?
I think it was, because it was like a Punisher book, like him on. It was like a Jim Lee Punisher cover, and then like it was magazine size, but it was mostly writing on the inside. God, I remember having a couple of those books when I was a kid. I'm sure they got just destroyed.
They used to do artist spotlights, creator spotlights. I think it was called like Creator Spotlight or something like that.
Okay.
And they would focus on. I read a few. I remember having a few that were like just individual artists. It wasn't multiple artists that are in there.
Sure.
And I think it was during the time of Liefeld, Jim Lee, McFarlane, all those guys. I think they did a whole series of them where they're like, these guys are hot. Let's some free money.
Milk it for all it's worth, right? Yeah.
There's some Wolverine there.
Yeah, the cover I remember was like a Punisher in the rain, with a gargoyle, and it was Jim Lee for sure.
I don't remember that specific one, but as you're describing it, I do remember there was a series like that where they
and it was all black and white on the inside and very much looked like these magazine style pages.
It was almost a precursor to Wizard.
Yeah, I can say that.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, I can see that. So these were all, like I said, they're like $5, $5 to $7, and then the other ones I'll show here are comics.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't play double.
So yeah, right. Seriously. Let's see.
You don't find those very often that are not beat up. I've seen them every so often like that. Heroes Con, there was a guy that had a ton of them.
Yeah.
He had a ton of those books, and some of the other type of like interview books and news comics beat to shit. All of them were beat to hell. Like, but you know, you're selling them for like 50 cents a piece and that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, those are good. You know,
they're oddities.
You want to check out the interview. Yeah,
I wouldn't buy them for the value. I would buy them for the information in there,
for the reading enjoyment. Yeah, for sure.
Totally. And that's what I mean, that's what caught my attention. That and the covers look nice, and these are in pretty good condition from what you guys. I mean, from what I look.
Yeah, they look sharp as heck.
But there are a couple that are very high priced. I remember specifically being, what the hell?
You said it was like a Turtles one?
There's one that had some kind of Kevin Eastman spotlight that something showed up in that book for the first time, first renderings or something like that. That's high valued. There's another one with Spawn.
Yeah.
And there's some early stuff with Eric Larson, and remember the guy that did Megaton? What the hell is Simpson?
Yeah, so like early Savage Dragon Megaton
There's
Man
something
stuff
about that one too that has some kind of value. I don't remember exactly how much. When I'm saying value, I mean like $20, $30, $50, whatever.
Sure.
Nothing ludicrous.
I don't know why I didn't even bother to look it up. I was just like, wow, these are really cool. I need to have some of these. Like,
right. If I saw that Storm one, I would absolutely have bought it.
I didn't even think twice.
That kind of looked like a Len Wein.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it did.
That's a good call.
So I have 5 other ones here. These are really random, off the cuff, just stuff that either caught my attention or things I was trying to collect or things I have doubles of now, which I'll get to. Liberty Meadows, which is all the Cho stuff. I had never. I remember I had an opportunity to get like the first couple issues of this run, and I had passed it up, and then like immediately regretted it, and never had the opportunity ever since. So this was just in there. Yeah, I mean, this was
Frank Cho.
No. What's his name? Hughes. Is that Hughes? Adam Hughes?
Frank Cho.
Oh, Frank Cho.
Yeah. So he had done all these, I think, the Liberty Meadows series.
Nice.
At least the covers. I don't know.
Oh, I should have looked at the top of the title.
I don't know much else other than that, but yeah. So this is issue number 26. Gorgeous artwork. Love how he draws women.
Cho's amazing. Cool.
Yeah, really beautiful stuff. So he had it for $10, $5 for that one. I've been slowly collecting the Bolin stuff for Wonder Woman, so I was able to snag this one as well. 94.
Poison Ivy, love it.
Yeah, this was great. $5, I think. $6.
Is there a specific reason you're collecting that run of the Wonder Woman?
The Bolin covers, and then I talking to Magic Lasso a little bit about it, but really just strictly the Bolin covers is what I was going after. I haven't read it. I will read it.
One of the oddest parts of Wonder Woman's history ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she wasn't even Wonder Woman at the time.
Oh, really? Okay.
The reason she's wearing that outfit is because I think it was Artemis that turned into the new Wonder Woman with the blonde hair and stuff like that.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't think I even realized that.
Nah, unfortunately, I've read too much stuff. That's not good.
Well, yeah, Bolin was amazing, man. I really anytime and you recognize his artwork is like it's him,
definitive.
Daredevil. I've been just trying to get like all like the Frank Miller era, that whole run. Not just getting these books, like this is $195 here. I got it for $3. But newsstand. I'm just a newsstand sucker, especially when it is actually like where it matters with newsstand. I know some people get excited for no reason with newsstand.
Candace, what's going on, Candace?
Oh, hey, what's up, Candace? Hey.
How far are you in that run?
So we are. I say we. I've been doing like little bits of reading with Daryl from Read Your Comics, and he and I were doing every like 3 months or so, 4 months, we'd come on and just talk about like 6 issues straight that we were reading in a row based on where Frank Miller started. I want to say we're like right before this. I didn't read this one. Maybe late 80s, late 180s, 187, 180. I got a picture of the covers right now, but we have a ways to go because I want to read Born Again. I've never read it, and I know that that's up in the 200s. So I have a little ways to go with this.
You'll enjoy that.
Yeah, Born Again is basically like his finale, his
right.
Song at the end.
His swan song.
Okay. But all this stuff is
because
great.
It's really good. He took a gap break there after he finished, because even when you buy it in omnibus format, you buy the first run, all the like Elektra, Bullseye kind of stuff,
right?
And then there's this gap, and then he came back and he did Born Again and another little arc, I think, and then they include other stuff that he did in that second omnibus.
Oh, okay. So wait, so is this even him? I don't even know if that's 195. Does that sound like it's him? Let me open it up.
I can't remember the early stuff.
If you're saying he took a break, he took. Like
I know he went into the late 180s. I don't know if he got into the 190s.
Because then what? He came in.
Where did he go? Did Batman right in between?
I don't know when that happened. It makes sense because Mazzucchelli and him did Year One, and they both did Born Again.
Oh, so Klaus Janson was doing the artwork here.
Mm-hmm.
Is he listed as a finisher, or is he listed as like actual?
He's listed as the art.
Okay.
And then it goes to lettering and coloring.
Because he was a lot of times credited as the finisher for Frank Miller, because Daredevil was dropping twice a month.
Yeah, I know that's what I associate him as Frank Miller's like guy for that.
Yeah.
But no, this is Denny O'Neil, Klaus Janson.
There you go.
So I guess this is kind of the in between stuff.
Yeah, I love Klaus's art. It's so good.
Klaus is great. Yeah. He's still good.
Yeah,
he's still good.
Yeah. He does the shows. He's at
watching him at the show, and he was sitting there. He's slow as hell, but he's good.
Yeah, he signed the one with Punisher shooting Daredevil in the stomach, and the one with Daredevil holding the gun, Frank, like Dirty Harry style. He signed those books for me when I saw him in Baltimore.
Oh, nice. Those are some of my favorite.
Yeah, those were always like, and I don't know if it was the same for you, CJ, but those were always like wall books in any comic shop I went in as a kid.
Oh, Frank Miller stuff, absolutely.
That Frank Miller Daredevil, but specifically the like Dirty Harry cover with the gun, and then the Punisher shooting him in the belly.
Those were always up there. The Elektra first appearance was always up there.
Yeah,
full size first appearance was up there.
Daredevil, but as a kid, when I finally had money to start buying books that I always wished I could have gotten, those were so high on my list because I think I'd seen them on the wall in every shop I'd ever been in ever.
You know which book was my favorite wall book just to gawk at? Punisher miniseries #1.
Oh,
it was just something about that cover that I kept looking at. It kept attracting me, and I'm like, I want to buy it. But it's $50. I don't want to pay $50. I was like,
Is that the one that does that one say
Mike
it's
Zeck?
one of? Yeah.
Is it the Mike Zeck?
Does it say is issue 1 say it's 1 of 4 or 1 of 5?
1 of 4. They changed the 1 to 5.
They change it later. It's the
really?
So
okay. Screw up.
It's so funny because
so it was supposed to be 5, or they just errored it. It was just,
I think it was supposed to be 5. Yeah, and then, but it says 1 of 4.
Yeah. It was supposed to be 5, but because the editorial was so used to putting 1 of 4, because that was during their 1 of 4 miniseries era.
Yep.
They put 1 of 4 accidentally on there.
Oh wow! I had no idea.
Yeah, I always joke it's like it's the best 5 issues in a 4-issue miniseries I've ever read in my life.
That's great.
That cover just pulled me in.
Oh,
and it was always next, and it was always next to that Punisher with the gun. With with Daredevil cover.
Yeah,
it was always they were always next to each other
for sure. And I always loved. It was always next to the regular series issue 1 Punisher, which I think is hilarious, where he's like firing a bazooka, swinging on a little rope outside a window. It's like, what's gonna happen? Bazooka. You're gonna shoot a bazooka out a window and you swing on a little string and hope you're gonna be okay.
What better way to punish somebody?
It's a bold move. It's bold move.
Yourself.
Jackson Roy Kirk in the chat. What's up, brother? Feels like a Tuesday, doesn't it, Roy Kirk?
Right.
Speaking of Tuesdays, X-Men, bring it back to this book that I got here, issue number 18 of Rom, one of the core issues that John, you had highlighted when we were getting into some of the Mystique storyline with Rogue and Destiny. So
a lot of good overlap in those two.
Yeah. So I was surprised. So I remember right after you had talked about that and we went through those issues, whatever for those issues. Hey, what's up, Eric? I went looking for those. It was like at Terrificon last year. And I remember almost no one had them. Like, I don't know if there was someone else going around buying them.
I don't think they were as
I ended
popular.
up finding one.
Yeah.
But I found one vendor that had them for like $3 to $5. Specifically 18 and I think it's 18 and 19, right? Those are the two. 19 is the pink cover that you had shown off.
Rogue is on both of the covers that I bought. I don't have 19.
Okay.
I think it might be like 18, 19, 20 or something like that.
Okay.
Wait, isn't the road cover 34?
It could be.
Or 30,
I don't remember
33, 34. There's two of them. There's one where she's like bending over in a very awkward position.
Yeah.
It doesn't look very,
No. But
Marvel.
they're like it's her like second and third appearances are like tied with those other X-Men books, and so because they came out the same month or whatever.
Very close. Yeah. Oh, we got Cali Comics in the chat.
What's John?
I don't know anything
there
about
it is, Jackson Kirk 31 and 32.
Oh, okay.
She's on the cover.
These are just X-Men in general.
Those are just X-Men crossover books, but 32 and 31, like she's on the cover.
Yes.
You know that.
Okay.
Those are the Rogue.
I saw Storm, and that was just,
I mean, that's what I saw when I looked at it. And Wolverine looking like he's getting some chiropractic work.
I have not read any ROM other than number 1, number 75, which is the last issue, I believe.
Oh,
and those 2 Rogue covers. That's it.
Oh, okay. So I have only read the 2 Rogue ones,
yeah,
because of what you pointed out, John. And those were great reads. The Rogue issues, I remember really enjoying them, even though I didn't know what was going on with the whole Wraith thing at that time. I had just read them anyways and took it for what it was, but I thought it was fantastic.
I was tempted by the Romnibus. I didn't end up buying it.
Did you read a lot more ROM?
No, just those 2 issues are the only 2 I've ever read.
I don't know anybody that's read that whole series.
Now that Romnibus is out here, maybe some people will.
Yeah. I mean, I want to at least read the rest of it because there's like 5. I think there's a total of 5 or 6 X-Men issues.
Well, they crossed over a lot of guys in that book because
they did. Yeah, because they were trying to get readers, right? They were trying to get readers to check it out or check out that splash page. That was pretty cool.
Who's the artist on this?
Going up here. Let's see. This was so Bill Manilow doing the writing and Sal Buscema doing the
There it is. Buscema always coming in, yeah.
Milgram doing the inking, which is cool.
He was a machine back then, Buscema.
Yeah. It looks like Candace got a collected edition of the original X-Men from '92 at her LCS. Nice pickup.
Look at you. Nice, Candace.
Good Jim Lee stuff there.
Let's see. There's your girl.
There she is.
Got some Nightcrawler in there.
Are you a fan of the new Rogue outfit that you've been rocking for the past couple of years?
Kitty Pryde there.
No, I mean, I always liked the bomber jacket Rogue was my favorite. The
Punk
90s.
Road
and Colossus.
No, the 90s with like the bomber jacket and the green costume and the gloves and the big hair.
Oh, I meant Storm.
Storm. No, the current Storm costume I thought was kind of cool. The way they gave her a mohawk without cutting her hair, they just basically had her put it up and make the mohawk. It was a great combination of like the 90s hair and the 80s hair into one. I thought she looked cool in this current era. I thought they did a good job with her.
Yeah, I actually believe current era Storm, it looks the best out of all the eras. I mean, obviously, straight out of Africa, Goddess Storm is a pretty hot look. But as far as a costume is concerned, I like the way she looks right now.
And Al Ewing doesn't get enough credit for the work he's done writing her over the last few years, because I think he's really shaped her character in this time.
Dude, I haven't read any of this, but just looking at the panels, it looks like Colossus just gets handled.
He does look like he's getting
throughout this entire he's just getting slammed every page.
Such a powerful character. He gets such a level of abuse that you wouldn't expect the guy that strong to get.
He kind of does. Look at Kitty here. I don't know what's going on, but
Candace is saying it's the animated series from the 92 animated series in a collection.
Oh, nice. Eric said that he found most of this run in the $1 bins. I mean, I'm sure you probably.
There's only a handful of like CJ was saying. There's only a handful of like those iconic issues.
Yeah,
first, last, and then 31, 32.
Very affordable for sure. Roy Kirk says, I had no idea the Wraiths were in other Marvel books besides X-Men. I wasn't getting many Marvel books at the time. Sure. Yeah, I know that was their goal. They were trying to get more.
Most of us just had enough money for the 1 or 2 books Mom would let us buy at the shop.
Off the rack,
that was pretty much it.
My favorite Colossus moment, and actually it was my first ever X-Men book that I bought off the stand, was in Uncanny 210.
Oh yeah, in the the Marauders Massacre.
Yeah, he just snaps the guy's.
Is that the first? Is that the first story of that series?
The original Marauders Massacre. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I've heard of it.
That's a great sequence, and I'm excited to get Justin there.
210, is that with Sabretooth on the front?
Sabretooth is in it. No, that covers a Wolverine cover.
He comes in later in that series.
I'm picturing
Wolverine
that
is on
Wolverine,
most of the covers for the Marauders Massacre storyline.
Okay.
And he smoked on the cover. He also smoked on the cover, which I like. I like Wolverine.
I feel like we're so close to 210, and yet we're so far, John.
It moves. This Omni and the next one moves so slowly.
Oh, I just looked it up.
Mini series thrown in.
Okay, I do recognize this cover.
That is my favorite arc from the entire run, from 200 all the way to like 300.
Is that still JRJR?
JRJR, yeah, and then I can't remember.
Good JRJR.
Yeah,
good JRJR.
Yeah, exactly.
Good to clarify.
That bit was when I first started reading it. Was in that 200, the early 200s. You know, the Trial of Magneto all the way through the Marauders Massacre.
Okay.
Extinction Agenda and stuff.
Yeah, I had a couple other X-Men books that I had sprinkled in my collection that people like my cousin gave me and stuff like that.
Sure.
So I was like, I didn't know too much about the X-Men, but from 210 when I picked that book up, I was hooked. I had to buy the entire run.
Yeah, that. My brother was obsessed with the original team, so he was reading X Factor, and I was reading X-Men. And so some of those crossover issues, obviously with the Marauders Massacre, there's a big crossover story with Angel. We were just trading.
They don't really crossover, really? Do they really crossover?
In the sense that like Angel's down in the sewers again.
Yeah.
But like my brother and I would just trade copies. Like he'd read his, I'd read mine, and we just would trade.
But it's such a weak crossover. Like you would expect them to be fighting all together.
The weakest part is like the Thor tie-in.
Oh my god!
And then there's a Daredevil like epilogue issue.
He might as well be dressed as Mighty Mouse, saying, "Here I come to save the day."
Now I don't know when you read it last, CJ, but for me, when I reread it, the thing that I took away most was how many people beat the crud out of Sabretooth in that storyline. Like he fights like the Power Pack, he fights Daredevil.
Power Pack beats the shit.
Everybody beats the crud out of this guy. He doesn't win a single fight in like 12 issues, and he fights everybody.
Power Pack number 27.
It's so funny.
I got
that was
more.
An expensive book back in the days.
It was
two more books here I was going to show. One of them was the this is the one that was like the deal that I was surprised to see, like the cover price that it was. And the guy even like pointed out, he was like, I showed this book when I'm buying them. He's like, whoa. He goes, wow, that's really. He's like, first of all, he like commented on the cover. He's like, insane. He's like, probably one of the best covers I've seen of this character. And he's like, whoa, and you got it for it's $5 and it's half off of $5. And someone else, Street Side Anthony
cover price.
Yeah, my buddy Street Side Anthony's there. He's standing with me and he shows Anthony. He's like, Anthony, look at this. And Anthony says, he goes, dude, you got that for less than cover price as marked. So even that, and you're cutting it half off is kind of insane. And this was like a recent, Comic Tom top 10 book that I remember people talking about. But it's this holiday. Nice Christmas.
Hey.
Nice Christmas.
Okay. I thought it was going to be the X-Men Santa.
I love that. I would have picked that up too.
How great crazy. Cover. This was $5.
Liber Mejo, right?
$5. Yeah.
$5. I swear, if I found 10 of them, I would buy all of them. That's a great stock.
It's supposed to be $6.
and you paid $2.50.
As a modern book. I mean, yeah. So yeah, this was insane. This was a great, I mean, he was talking about it. He's like, this is such a wicked Joker cover.
It should say the whatever the last number on the barcode is the print.
321. Yeah.
There you go. First print.
Yeah, 32. Yeah. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Two's variant. Yeah, he was very humble about it. I will say this guy Oliver, if you ever watches, shout out to Oliver. Thanks, man. I actually saw he does this on purpose. I've seen him put $30 to $50 books behind other books. And I say this because I saw someone go and bring up a Thor book, Jason Aaron Thor book, and he said, "Hey, I noticed this was thicker. And this was a vendor. This was like another vendor. He just stopped by, went through some books, and he went to Oliver. He said, I found this book, and look, in the back was a Thor 6 or whatever it was, like the gore appearance.
Yeah.
And clearly like a $30 to $40 book. He's like, wow, whoever gets that one, that's a good deal. And that's all he said.
He wasn't like, nope, I made a mistake. Let me bag that in another bag.
He's like, whoever gets that one, they're going to be pretty happy, aren't
they?
Well,
that's a tactic a lot of vendors do.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they'll sprinkle in a couple of higher value books inside their lower priced bins.
Yeah.
Just to make everybody want to dig and buy,
that's cool.
And invest their time in looking, because like the longer you look, you're gonna find something you're gonna want.
But I didn't even know he did. Like no one knew that he. Or
it was like, but it was in the same bag with another book that if you just another Thor book, you get.
It was like a different Thor book. Yeah.
What's up? Marcus is in the chat, and yeah, brother, the link is in there. If you want to join, Marcus, just scroll up. It's up there in the chat, man.
Yeah, dude, jump on in, man.
Don't let him in
there. She's just like, whoa, hold on. Yeah, this was really cool. Like I said, he knew, and then so the total came out to like $100 for all the books that I showed. It was $100, supposed to be $50. He asked for $45. He even cut me off.
Wait, hold on. You gave it the books, and it was supposed to be $50. He said $45.
Yes.
Okay. Did you give them a magic question?
What?
You say, is that the best you could do?
No, I already felt bad. I almost said just take the 50.
See, that's why you're New Jersey and I'm New York.
Maybe. Well, I'll tell you, I bought
the Californian would just pull out 220s and be like, "Oh, I don't have any other bills. Is
all I got?
Okay, is 40 all right? That's all I got."
That's all I got.
And then just get it for 40 instead of 40.
I got a high five. I can give you.
I'd be like, shoot, I don't have any five.
Or I would have turned around. What if I get a couple more? Let's make it 50 even. Let me get a couple more.
Yeah. I've only got a 10 and 2 20s. Can I just throw in a couple of these others and we'll just call it even?
I don't change. Let's make it even.
I'll fight Tim. What's up, brother? Yeah, so this guy I remember last time I saw him, I probably bought about John. I actually think I called you afterwards.
Oh, yes, but the last time.
A while ago.
Yeah, this was a while ago.
Yeah, this was like
$400. I was just like,
fuck
you,
man. It was like $400 worth of comic books that he charged me like $130.
And you just told me a handful of them, and I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, it was crazy. And like I remember I actually corrected him. It was $400 worth, and he goes, "Okay, so let's see, math, whatever. It looks like you owe me about $150." And I'm like, no, no. I think it's at least $2 that I owe you. He's like, "Oh, what do we give for the honesty award or the honesty whatever?" Like
discount.
He's like, honesty discount. He's like, "Okay." He's like, "You know what? We're gonna do $130 now." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Like, wait, you're like the price went down again. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm like, I will take that.
See, if you could do $130, then you could do $100.
Yeah. All right, CJ, I'm hitting you up next time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, take CJ with you next time.
Yeah, before I sign anything.
Next time we're at a con together, let's go to a couple booths together. And
you show me how it's done. How it's done. Yeah. Eric says, "Dude, I got a slabbed foil of that for dirt cheap. I assume the Joker one.
Yeah,
I didn't know they did
the Bermejo. Yeah,
that's cool.
I love that. I love that little Robin baby.
Yeah,
that
so good,
so creepy. Yeah,
with the Batman toy. Come on,
just
with the little
he's so upset.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's like, "Oh, why?"
And it's not what I signed up for.
And Bermejo was so good, like the realism that he designs, so. I mean, this could be a tattoo
that is a
something.
Timeless cover.
Yeah,
I guarantee you that cover is going to be shown every single Christmas by somebody in the community for years and years to come. It became an instant classic in my collection. Like as soon as I bought that,
did you pay cover for it?
I bought it the day it came out in the LCS. So when I got that, I'm like, this is a top 3 Christmas cover for me automatically. And I've got some really great Christmas covers.
Yeah.
It's a weird.
It's genius. It's a genius. No, I love, dude. I buy comic books that even if they show snow, I'm like, oh, Christmas cover, great. Like,
legit. I thought when you said the Christmas, I was expecting it to be the issue where Marvel has Santa Claus prove that he's a mutant.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's a great holiday special Marvel book where it's crap, Santa's a mutant. Like I had to get that book just because that's Santa's a mutant. Yes.
Yeah. I like covers like that with Santa on them. Yeah. But I like weird renditions of Santa, like Joker Santa, like a skeleton Santa, a deformed alien Santa.
Hold on, we got someone backstage, fellas.
We got someone
backstage. Oh, Jesus. Whoa, I don't think I've ever had Remy Q back here. Remy Q, what's up, dude? Oh, can we see him? There?
Is the real Remy?
I feel like we're gonna get a wiener here in a second.
I see him on my, we're getting.
Did he show you his face before you put him on?
I do officially see him backstage. I don't know if he froze up or not.
I'm just saying because
he looks frozen.
Remy had the pee incident on his channel.
He did.
I missed it.
Oh, there he is.
Is it better? Am I better
hey,
now?
You're good.
I mean,
good.
it's you.
Hey,
Remy Q Studios.
This is the thing. I'm OCD, and there were too many J's and C's on the panel. Justin Comic, John Comic Journey. And I was like, we got to break up these J's.
You need a Q in there somewhere.
It was just too much.
What's up, brother? How's your Thursday?
That's cool. I'm going to take John out just to make it more even. Just remove him, just to kind of.
It's balanced. It's balanced. That's what I'm looking for.
Remy's like, it's even better now.
Come on, we got to be
I'll show my storm variants. Is that what we want?
Yeah, there you go.
That's that 1 in 25 for the ultimate.
Wait? So is that storm? Because I haven't read it yet.
It is, yeah.
It is.
And my LCS didn't realize it was a 1 in 25 somehow, and so I got a cover price. I was like, sweet, throw that in. Throw that in with the other books. Yeah, throw that in.
Brutal. When your store shuts down, we know why.
Right. Yeah. We were distracted by other stuff, and I was like, I'll just throw that one in. Yeah, throw that one in.
John this whole time. Handing him the stack with the good book in the middle. I've got that book before.
Oh, Candace, that X-Men, I'll send you the picture for it right now. I got you.
Remy, good to see you, man. Appreciate you coming on. I obviously have known you for a long time.
I just want to jump on
YouTube,
so. Everybody.
Yeah, dude, absolutely, man. How's life? How's everything?
Have you ever been on his channel, Remy, before? This is your first time on his channel?
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been on before?
Yeah.
Did he invite you?
No. I didn't get an invite. No. I'm just lurking, waiting for that link, and then boom. Show up.
Just making sure.
That's how we do it. Yeah.
Remy's like, that's how I get on anybody's channel. It's just
this is old school, Remy.
There you go. I have one more book I bought. This is from A&S Comics. I mentioned them before over in Teaneck. Good friend of mine, Alex. He's a great guy. Him and his dad run the comic book store. If you guys ever saw, I posted like they have this huge Hulk design. It's actually made out of foam, but it's like legit Hulk size. And then their door goes into another room, and it's all the bricks are like broken in, and there's like a Venom that's like hanging from the ceiling that's also created out of like foam, but it's like painted. It's like real. It's like a big size. Really cool. Yeah. So I always like to talk with Alex, and I try to buy something from him, even if there was not much there at that time that I was interested in. But this was a wild Wonder Woman cover here that I found. It's John Byrne. Let me see if I can. Yeah, here. So it's John Burns, got the swastika there with the team kind of not in good shape. Strapped. I don't know who this is, but you see John Burns' signature there, and then I didn't know he was doing
politically correct.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I don't recall him doing. Did he do a lot of Wonder Woman, John Byrne?
He did. He did.
Okay.
So he did some really nice looking Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay. He was writing it too, or
after his run on Superman, on Man of Steel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is 132. I had never seen this cover, so
it's signed.
Sorry,
it's actually signed.
No. This is just. I think that's just his signature behind, like that was like printed in. But it's behind her arm, so you can see there.
That's one of the hardest signatures to get these days.
Oh yeah, well he never did any CGC like during when CGC became like he was.
And he will never do it. He said he will never do it.
We said you hold up one Wonder Woman book, and this guy's in the chat in like half a second,
dude. He's lurking. I tell you, yeah.
I don't even know. I don't know. Oh,
we got someone else backstage right now. My man Eric. What's up, dude? I tell you,
$40. $40.
That was that. Wait, is that
wait? Hold on a second. I heard you do this pew 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 thing for him.
$40.
And he's got the video playing in the back there.
Oh, I got to turn my video off.
Where's my pew pew pew?
Yeah,
Comic Journey. Wait, is Comic Journey here? Oh,
there we go.
I didn't see her. I didn't recognize you, Comic Journey.
The most elusive sticker in the group, right there.
There it is. Nice. I need to get one of those.
Eric, what's up, man?
What's up? I would have probably saw your stream earlier, but I was trying to buy comics on claim sales and
smart. That's priorities.
I got distracted.
I know how it goes. That's life. That's life. Totally respect it. Ryan says, Justin, that's the era where John Byrne and Hippolyta go back in time and became the golden age Wonder Woman. Oh, okay.
And CJ was trying to tell us, Ryan, about the Boland era and that it was maybe Artemis that was Wonder Woman at that time. Isn't that right, CJ? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. We were trying to determine the Boland era.
During that time where she was wearing that black outfit with the jacket and the whole nine, the reason she was wearing it is because she was no longer officially Wonder Woman.
Okay.
She had to go through a trial of champions with the other Amazons, and she lost through shenanigans. And
always
and Artemis was the new Wonder Woman with the long blonde thing that twirled everywhere. You don't remember that version of Wonder Woman?
I think I vaguely do.
And she was terrible at being a Wonder Woman.
Was it a good run, CJ? I mean, do people talk about this run other than the Boland stuff?
I was gonna say the Boland era is always
is there a respectable story? Like, do you know if?
I'll be honest with you. If you read it today as an adult, I don't think you would enjoy it very much. You'll find it very dumb. But as a kid, you're like, yeah, it's Wonder Woman, you know.
I mean, I'm still a kid, so I'll probably love it. So. 10 out of 10 for me.
Read it today. It's I don't know, dumb.
Let me.
How do I put it?
I'm a big Wonder Woman fan.
Let me put it kind of gently.
Okay, you're an idiot if you like this book.
Shots fired.
Wonder Woman is actually my favorite female character. Because the whole Greek thing with her, and I grew up oh, she's Greek, I have to like her. That was the thing. So I always liked Wonder Woman, but yeah, it was dumb. It was pretty dumb. That run. It made no sense. She was the champion. She was the champion of Boston. Do I have to really say more?
No.
Of Boston. You have Metropolis, you have Gotham, you have all these places,
all these epic places, and then you got
Boston. What the Boston? Come on,
terrible. That's terrible. Question for Remy and Eric: have you guys? I don't know if you were here earlier when I was showing these, but have you seen or own any of these cool comic interviews that I was showing off earlier? These were some books that I recently picked up that are not comics, but they are.
Those are vaguely familiar. I probably have one or two somewhere.
Okay. I had never seen them until literally.
I've never seen that ever. Yeah.
No, they're fun reads.
Yeah, I thought they were really cool.
Remy, if you like that kind of stuff, there's a vendor in the Heroes Con that has a ton of them. They're beat the shit copies, but if you want to read them,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Chris, the comic vet in the chat. What's up, Chris?
We were flipping through. They're literally just black and white. A lot of it, obviously, just paragraphs and magazine kind of style, but some artwork here.
Sometimes those are fun to read through, kind of like the Marvel Age. Those old ones are fun to revisit and read.
Yeah, I'm just surprised I've never seen them. I've never seen a vendor. I don't know. I mean, I've been collecting comics for 5+ years. I know maybe you guys cover me on that, but I just feel like that's a long enough time to feel like I would have run into them before, and I've never seen any of them. So, and then to see two vendors with them that day, it was like, I don't know if they're just coming out of the woodworks with them, or if they're worth all this money now.
Maybe now's the time to tap into them.
Maybe.
Oh man, that's awesome!
Such an odd looking freaking Wolverine. Look
at those guns.
Oh, Bueller's in the chat. What is going on?
CJ, have you been to the gun show? The gun show?
He's looking for a veterinarian because those pythons are sick.
Holy crap! But it's not like it's like meat arms. He's like got these big meat arms. Like his name should be Bruno, and he kicks your ass with the
She's like, I'm vegetarian. I don't want any. Get away from me, Wolverine.
I love how Justin's like, it's an hour in. I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to get this show going for another couple
There
hours.
it is. Bueller, jump on in here, brother. Ryan, if you're around, you should jump in, man. Candace should jump in.
Listen, Jackson, don't get too greasy with my Wonder Woman. You know, let's keep it classy.
Come on, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so good. He's such a funny era, that patch, like with the like webbing eyes, the shadow eyes era. Wolverine's so funny.
I could have done without the eye thing that he did.
Yeah. It makes no sense. I don't know how it works.
But the whole black outfit, I didn't have a problem with it.
No, the black outfit's kind of cool.
It was the 80s, John.
Right?
You should put a fake mustache on. That would have worked.
Right?
Good.
There you go. A little Groucho Marx style.
Wonder why no superheroes use that as their alien. Like, put a mustache on.
Clark can't use the glasses. He just didn't have the mustache.
Nice bushy mustache.
The mustache is removed.
At my shop today, I picked up, yesterday when I got my new books, I picked up my favorite Sue Storm cover ever. It's actually an Avengers book. I don't know if CJ could guess what it is.
Wait, Avengers cover, Sue Storm,
the best Sue Storm cover ever. I guess it might be copper.
300? Oh, no, not 300. 299.
Oh, very close.
301.
It's in the 200s.
No.
Oh, that one. Oh.
Yeah.
There she is. She's right there.
Wait, so isn't that Oh, okay, right.
I freaking love this cover.
What other than that special Invisible Woman appearance?
Yeah.
What is the key significance of that book?
Wait, yeah, open that up, John. I'm curious.
I know what it is.
I don't know. I think the cover's hilarious, so that's why I bought it.
I asked because my dad was,
and it was in really. I mean, it's in really nice. Like the colors are really nice. The corners are really nice. The wrap isn't perfect. Like you can see that it's a little off on the wrap.
Disco Dazzler, Ryan.
Dazzler's on the cover.
That's the
Shooter and see Bob Hall.
First time She-Hulk joined the Avengers.
No, She-Hulk joins the Avengers here. Well, I mean, it's a new team, so it's probably a bunch of people, right?
Wait, but She-Hulk is on the front cover, right?
She is. She's right.
Well, she's not invisible. She's green.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. I thought you were supposed to. That's right. Okay, I forgot what that cover.
These are the potential candidates.
You had to guess. That's right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And look,
I like the way they put the Hulk. The Hulk, ever since issue 2 of the Avengers, said, "I hate you people." He left them.
Yeah.
Joined up with Namor, beat the crap out of them, and left again.
Yeah.
Like, and they keep saying, "Come back. We need your help."
What number is that, John?
221.
221. Okay. My dad literally did like 22 and onward. Literally right after that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, because the new team probably came on, and he was the new artist for the new whatever the writing crew that might have come in for that.
Your dad wasn't on that book.
No,
not that book. It was 222. He jumped in on right after.
You know,
I remember
awesome.
Tiger Shark.
Yeah, Bob Hall.
If you have a copy of that and have him actually have
draw her in.
Yeah, draw her in.
That's a hilarious. Treat it like a sketch cover.
I would actually. You gave me an idea now.
Hey, go for it. Be the first guy who's done it. Maybe. What are the odds that it's the first time that anyone's ever done that?
Like draw that in.
Had an artist fill it in.
You heard Al Milgram when I interviewed him. He like said he colored in like that was
to make the
whatever.
direct edition look like it matches better.
I had no idea that artists had that much or like that, he was actively trying to make a cover that wouldn't put on any direct or UPC label. Like that was something he was actually going for, which is cool. And I'm curious, it must not just have been him trying to do that,
Well, think about any artist is not going to enjoy having their artwork covered.
Right. But he was like actively trying to make ink he talked about whatever the first issue of the Spot, Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spectacular. Yeah, and he talked about like one of the circles at the bottom corner was like solid black, and he was like, he kind of worked that in on purpose, trying to just even though they still put it on there,
get rid of the direct edition box.
Yeah, and they still threw on the Spider-Man or whatever it was, but
he's so proud of the Spot. I was talking to him a couple months ago. He loves the fact that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it came back. I mean, well, with the show, with the movie and all, like he was like, wow, 20 years later, this is great.
And I'll also tell you how he's not getting paid for it anymore.
Yeah, nothing.
I love talking to these old timers. I got into between. I actually have this on video. I was in between him and Art Adams, and they got into one of these old "get off my lawn" conversations.
What?
And I had to sit there between because I was waiting for Al because he did a little mini commission sketch card for me. And he said, "Come with me." But every 2 minutes he would stop to talk to somebody. So he runs into freaking Art Adams, and then Klaus comes in, and they're having this like powwow over there. It's like they're like talking about how. What's that?
Where was this? Or was this at one of the cons?
That was at Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
That was at Baltimore.
The best guy I talked to at Baltimore was easily Howard Chaykin. That guy's hilarious.
Oh yeah, I've seen him at
oh my god, that guy gives no shits, and he just wants to talk, and he just has a great sense of he's just so funny. He's so funny.
You know what's awesome to get going? He like hates everybody. This guy hates everybody. Joe Rubenstein.
Dude, as you started to say that actually crossed my mind.
He hates everybody.
Michael Golden? Even Michael Golden?
He hates everybody and everybody hates him too, Michael Golden. But how you call it? But Rubenstein hates everybody. All you got to do is get him going, like just like give him a little bit of nudge, and he's just gonna just go fuck wild.
Dude, I brought my omnibus last year at Terrificon. I was carrying it around. I had Michael Golden sign the inside with a bunch of other artists and writers that had tied into the omnibus at the time, or I guess Claremont was the only one. But I brought it over to him later, to Rubenstein, and he immediately made like this comment of like, I was like, "Oh, can you sign my book?" He's like, "Oh yeah, can I start by coloring this in?" And he was like referencing Michael Golden's signature, and I at that moment didn't know. I'm like, oh, good one, like I didn't know what he was like really referencing, and then I talked.
Golden got into like a fight a couple years ago at a con.
Oh, really? Like a legit?
Not a legit fight. You went to go like
physical
beat the crap out of somebody.
What?
Yeah, he's nuts.
Oh my god. Man, I think I shook that guy's hand. Wow. I survived. I'm here still.
He's got a chip on his shoulder like nobody. It was all about tables, like how their tables were lined up and something like that. He's nuts.
Oh, he killed a guy over a table. Wow.
I can get that guy going too. Him, Starlin is great conversation because Starlin doesn't give a shit anymore. He's like, I don't want to draw. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. So all you got to do is start talking to him about women, and then he'll get going. Starlin's
dude, Starlin was. I remember. I think it was like 2018 or 2019. It was like right before the pandemic. I went to East Coast Comic Con when they were still having it, and he had a insane line. And this was right around like Endgame, like the Avenger, the movies that were coming out. And then literally like 2 years later, like I think the pandemic went through, and then like the year after, like Terrificon was there, and I walked by his table and it was crickets, like literal crickets. And I'm like, this is crazy that it just changed, shifted so much that people wanted this guy to sign every little Avengers thing that they had, toys and collections and all this stuff. And now he had like nothing going on. It was just very, I don't know. It was interesting.
Well, here's the thing with Starlin. He doesn't do remarks. He doesn't do any commissions anymore. Yeah. So all you're doing is getting a signature, and usually he's charging like $20 a signature. Mm. So you don't have those people that would wait on every line to get a signature.
Right.
There's more limited people that are willing to pay $20 just for a signature and not get anything out of it.
Right.
And he kind of moves the line along quickly. He's got a system. He's got that woman with him. that does the I forgot what's her name that does the inks. Jamie, I forgot her name, but he moves his line quick, so he doesn't have those long drawn out. Claremont, on the other hand, will make you freaking get pregnant, have a baby, and
that's what I want. That's what I'm there for.
But he gives you your time to get pregnant too. You have your time to get pregnant.
Everybody gets a little joy.
Yeah. You might have to wait hours, but
I'm down. That's what I'm there for. Lay me on the
dude,
table.
I got a half hour with him at the end of Terrificon after day 1 or whatever it was.
Very giving.
It was amazing. Like the guy was he was like, you're the last ones. He's like, I was like, yeah, they gave us the sign. You know, we had to hold the sign that said like, last online or whatever. We had to like turn everybody else away. And we got up to the front and he's like, oh, I still got another, 45 minutes. I'm surprised they cut the line so short. He's like, well, what do you got? And we literally started flipping through the omnibus and he would just talk to us about it. It was gold. It was like, it was gold. I
had him going and I pissed off everybody on the line. I had him going for a good 45 minutes, just ranting, just ranting on how much he hated the art, the story direction that X-Men was taking.
Oh, the current
with the House of X and
Kitty Pryde,
he was
like
going nuts about it.
He had expressed a little bit about that.
People are getting all pissed. There was one asshole right behind me with like a big short box that he wanted to have and everything. And you could see like the sweat just coming down his like I'm like 500 pounds over here. I got a short box. I don't know how much time before I expire. Can you please move the line along, kind of a thing?
Next time you do something like that, at the end, as you walk away, be like, real quick, tell me your thoughts about Kitty Pryde. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Kitty? And just let him rip.
I was gonna let him go at one point after he was done talking about the thing, and then and the guy goes like this. I did go after to Chris. I'm like, oh yeah. By the way, how was it working with John Byrne? He just went like the guy gave me another 10 minutes after.
Did you get so? Yeah, I bet.
I actually every morning in Baltimore, because I don't sleep, I would be downstairs as soon as the restaurant would be open to get a cup of coffee and like have like something like for breakfast or something. Right. Him and Jim Starlin every morning we would be the first ones down there, and we'd always be sitting next to each other. So I got a lot of conversations out of them during that time period.
Nice. He is one that I noticed that does Claremont. He goes to his table early. Like I had the opportunity, and I talked about this with Bueller over on Tony's channel the other night. I was at C2E2. It was my first time ever there. I got in the wrong line. I got in a line that people were bringing boxes in. I guess it was a vendor line. I got in the show like an hour early, and it was like a Saturday. And I look back, I remember seeing people online like all the regular fans, and I'm like, am I supposed to be on that line? Like I wasn't.
None of us. Yeah.
I didn't know where I was. But anyways, he's
leaving out the entire sexual favors portion of the story.
I walk in. I remember even calling John at one point. I'm like, dude, I'm in here. I'm not supposed to be in here right now. John's like, okay, play it cool. Don't look at anybody.
turn your badge around.
Yeah. Do not. Yeah. Don't make any funny faces. So I run into Bueller, who Bueller had a vendor badge, whoever he was with at the time, or walking around. And that was the first time I met Bueller in person, so it was nice to catch up with him. And Bueller's like, he's like, what do you want to see, this weekend? I'm like, oh, I really want to meet Chris, Claremont. And he's like, dude, like it's, you still got another 30 minutes before the show. He's over there just sitting there. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you should go talk to him. And I like walk over, and literally Chris is just looking forward. He's not even like looking at his phone. He's
like an android.
He's not like preparing anything. He's just sitting there, and I'm like, oh my god. And Bueller's like, dude, like go pick his brain. Like it was the best time, like just to go up to him. And that's where I got like the video that we we play every Omni X-Men. Like, very, very cool. But yeah, so I mean the opportunity is there if you
no, he's an early bird. Yeah. But he has to also prepare his larynx for all that talking he does during the freaking
a lot of herbal teas.
Holy crap! You know who's the worst as far as making you wait for long periods of time?
Wait, can I guess?
Simonson.
Simonson You could literally have more enjoyment looking at your wall with fresh paint drying on it than waiting on that line for Simonson.
Was that what you were going to say, Simonson?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
I just want to talk to
me in the face.
Yeah,
I will never wait on a line for him.
I wanted to meet Wheezy, Luis, who was sitting there. So they had the same table, but they had two different lines that they didn't clarify at first.
Yeah.
So this whole time I'm waiting on this super long line, and then a guy comes around that's like working for them, and he's like, "All right, everybody here to see, Walt." And I'm like, "Well, no, actually, I just want to see Wheezy." And he's like, "Oh, well, go ahead, go right up." And I'm like, "Oh," and I literally stepped out of line and walked over to the
time out. This is 2 times that there was an accident with your line cutting.
This is
twice that he was in the wrong line. Somehow I ended up with vendors, and then you're in the show.
I'm glad you're here because I'm always the one that has to call him out for this, and
there was zero sexual favors. There were zero
times. I meant to be over here, and they're like, "Just go on. Enjoy yourself."
I'll give you guys a little secret.
Here's $100.
Like between the 5 of us and the entire whoever's watching here, I'll give you guys a little secret if you ever want to get a little sneaky signature from Simonson.
All right.
I was witnessing for him was a few months ago. I forgot which con it was because I do CGC witnessing sometimes. So when I was watching him, I saw nobody was, everybody was going to Wheezy, getting the signature, and then leaving or going back online, waiting for Walt to sign their books. I figured out when you get her to sign, get her talking. Get her talking and get him to stop doing what he's doing to start talking too. And as they're like in confusion of talking their heads off, he's going to sign for you.
Because you're just there.
Wait, let me write this down. Hold on, let me get a pen. Let me write this down. This is
he's got the con.
Yeah, the con. Brilliant.
I literally did one time. I did it when I wasn't waiting online because there was something that I wanted her to sign for me, whatever there was. I'm like, I was talking to her, and I got him talking, and I'm like, I'm about to leave. Oh, I'm like, you forgot to sign this too. He signed it. I left.
It's good. It's good.
There's your little sneaky way. But you got to do it,
I'm gonna try this this summer, and then I'm gonna wind up in jail.
Justin, put that in a book of shenanigans.
Yeah.
Book of shenanigans.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a whole story after I got out of jail. I'll be like, yeah, that didn't work.
You let the guard down. You get the guard down, and you're like, hey, you bullshit their ears off. And
oh my God, there's Elvis over there. Yeah, wow. Let me cut the line here.
And she's like all happy to talk to anybody because like her line is like a tenth of his line.
And she talks too, which is great. Like she will have, she's willing to.
He's 87 years old. 77 years old. He's 77 years old.
Oh, Walt? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And he can still draw.
I say he looks pretty good.
I got him to do a little sketch card for me, like in 10 seconds. I was like, holy shit, you're not bad still, you old timer,
He does, but you're right. He does get a line. Actually, so I went back around like the second time, and I wanted to get something else signed by him, and I ended up not waiting on the line. And my friend Rob, Copy 801, he was like early in the line, and I asked him to it was actually my omnibus, John. I gave him the omnibus because he did 171, where Rogue is joining the X-Men, and she's like running away in that cover that we had broke down where she first joins the X-Men, Rogue, and I asked Copy to like actually have him sign it for me. So that saved me a little time too. But
part of the reason why he gets those lines is because he usually doesn't charge for signatures. He usually asks for donations towards.
Yes, he was doing that. Yeah, you're right.
So for some people, like for a couple bucks, they could get a signature, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Which, I don't think they could get that from another legend anywhere.
This is literally a tattoo on me, Roy Kirk. I have this as a tattoo. That's actually.
Maybe I have that.
Yeah.
Maybe I have that nearby me. I might have that little sketch of his nearby me, actually. If I do, I'll show it to you.
Oh, nice. I probably have to shut this stream down because I'm gonna have to go to bed soon.
So you invite us on just to throw us off? What kind of
it's East Coast stuff. It feels like a Friday, but it's actually not. I gotta get up early. Shout out to, by the way, anybody who's into this, John. I know you're starting to. One Piece is starting to come out. They're coming out with a new card game set coming out tomorrow. So if anybody's interested. Go spend money.
Pass. No, I don't.
You say pass for now.
I'm saving up for that really big hat.
Dude, I did the magic.
Yeah,
I ain't going back.
Dude, I do magic too. Yeah, there's room. There's room
back.
for all of it. I do. Look, I just cracked open one of these too. It's not good.
No interest.
Nope. No more. I don't need more collectibles.
Yeah, you do.
I'm not doing those. I'm not doing the Pokemans. I'm not doing the Digimans. I'm not doing any of that, man.
You got the Kool-Aid man though.
That's right. That's the only man I need.
That's the only man you need.
That's right.
Well put.
Yeah, I can't find it. Some other time. I thought I had it.
All right. Text it to me.
You want to see Rubenstein?
Oh yeah. Oh, nice. Whoa.
Pretty badass, right?
Yeah, that's sick.
That's awesome.
Is that's like a trading card kind of size, like a credit card size?
Sketch card size, and he painted it for me.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. You made it for me, yeah.
Was that a full charge, or like did he or if you don't mind me asking, how much did
he charged me $75 for it?
Oh,
right? And then after he charged me $75, he told me what a great deal he gave me, and he would have normally charged $150 for it.
I was gonna say, I think I paid like 50 for mine.
So I'm like, so you're telling me, so you can tell me you made me feel better about you.
The old trick of the trade, there, old trick of the trade. Like normally, I charge people $300.
Oh, the shiesty.
For you?
Like, I had him do a Vaporella cover for me once too. He messed up. He was drawing it out and he screwed up, so he ended up painting the cover. He made a painted sketch cover for me, and he charged me the normal rate that it would have been for a line art. And he's like, you got a $350 piece for what I would have normally done. I'm like, well, you know what? Next time you shouldn't mess up. And
you guys are like best friends. It sounds like.
Yeah. I actually get along with him well because he knows that every time I'm going to come by him, I'm just gonna go there just to get him angry.
That's like the goal. My dad's actually doing a project with him right now. They're actually doing like a side, non-Marvel project.
I would literally go to his booth and point to somebody else's that's sitting next to him, and then I'm like, "Look at this hack," and he'll start.
I'm gonna try that.
Steranko fights with me though. He's my mortal enemy.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He calls me.
I've never met him. I've never met him. I hear he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a freaking lovely human being. He calls me fat. I call him dwarf. We're in good shape.
Mm-hmm. Well, on that note, hey, I'm gonna call it. I gotta call it. I got work early in the morning. It should be Friday, but it's not. Well, I guess technically it's Friday, East Coast, 3 minutes. But yeah, CJ, Remy, Eric, appreciate you guys jumping on.
Justin,
John,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
John,
this guy,
John, Eric, Remy,
and everybody in the chat. We got 11 people hanging out. Appreciate everybody.
Well, Perry's in here, and he's also on Jigs' show at the same time.
Is he live right now? Oh, man.
I'm sure.
He does it all.
I'm certain.
Perry does it all.
He's usually on 2 live streams simultaneously.
Lasso's still hanging out with us. Roy Kirk's still hanging out with us.
Are you saying he's stream whoring?
I mean, come on. Yes, it's Perry.
He gets around. Oh, Bobby Delgado Station. Bobby lurking. Bobby lurking.
Do you still do the station thing?
Bobby had just sent a really cool Claremont video to us. We'll have to share that later. Bobby,
very excited for that.
Yeah, he was hanging out with Chris Claremont over the weekend. So while we sit here. All right, gang. Well, that's the books I had. Appreciate everybody watching. If you're watching the live chat or the replay, smash the like button. Until next time, we'll talk to you Later.